Okay, so when I first came down to El Salvador, I saw these really weird restaurants, like fast food restaurants, called Mister Donuts. But instead of it being just, a small little donut shop like a Krispy Kreme or a Dunkin' Donuts, this place is massive. It has like 2 stories. And I was like, how in the world can a donut shop have 2 stories? I'm only selling donuts, right? Well, nope. I'm going to take you inside the El Salvador version of Dunkin' Donuts because it is anything but just a donut shop. The first thing you notice when you go inside is the long counter. It's because there's one counter that has normal, typical food, and the other counter has all the donuts and the desserts. This is budin. Budin is like, it's fruitcake, but it's super Salvadoreño. Like, I've never seen it any other place. And they do have cheesecake too, just if you have that gringa urge. And of course, flan. Flan de queso, which is really good if you get it from the right place. On the other side, you'll notice a place where they will make you a custom salad and then typical Salvadorian food like fried plantains, tamales, casamientos. And then down at the end, they have fusion food of foods from other countries, but with Salvadorian flair, which usually means relajo. She explained to me what each dish was. And when I say relajo, it's a spice that you can buy here that goes in most Salvadorian food. So you could have Chinese, like lo mein, but just put a bunch of relajo and it's gonna taste like a Salvadoran lo mein. So we decided to try a little bit. This is going to be interesting. Eating chow mein from a donut place, Okay, so I'm kind of surprised how healthy Mr. Donut is. But now for the big test of how it tastes. As far as the food goes, the fish was really moist, which is good. Whereas, and they give you a really big piece of fish, which is also good for value-wise. I found out that the chicken that was in the chow mein and that was also in the vegetables and chicken, that was kind of dry, but that's to be expected in a cafeteria style restaurant where it kind of sits out there ready to be eaten at any time for, possibly a couple hours. The rice was wonderful, and the vegetables, I love the vegetables. They were probably my favorite because they weren't overcooked, they weren't mushy, they were like perfectly al dente. Oh, and the soups. The chili and the chicken noodle soup were both just good standard chili chicken noodle soup. No wows, but nothing disappointing, I guess you could say, which is pretty good for a fast food place. So let's try the flan. That's good. It's nice and moist, not too sweet, but not plain either. Sometimes I've had some Mexican flan that was kind of bland, but no, they did really good on the flan. The flan was great. Now for the relámpago. I'm not exactly sure how to eat this thing, if I just bite from one end or what, but let's see. Oh, so this is caramelized. It's like caramelized syrup on top, and it's all hard and kind of candy. Huh. Okay, so it has cream. It's filled with cream all inside, kind of like a Long John. But I guess they make the relámpago and they deep fry the relámpago. Then they fill it up with cream, and then they put this hard candy sugar caramelized top on the top of it. It's a nice twist to the traditional American Long John. Not bad. I'm impressed. Of course, don't forget your merch. Okay, So I found out some kind of interesting things. That number one, Mr. Donut does a promotion in September. For the whole month of September, they do 2-for-1 donuts. And that was crazy because when I was driving around, you'd see there was a line that came out of like every Mr. Donuts. Like everywhere, the mall, at the standalone franchises, there was always a line coming out. And it was just because they did 2-for-1 for the whole month of September. At first I thought, wow, they must have amazing donuts. But anyway, so if you want to try them, definitely come in September. But my overall review of this is that unlike Dunkin or Krispy Kreme, this is anything but your typical donut shop. So it just goes to show you can't judge a donut shop just by the country that you're in. I am Jenn. Travel more, live more, be more.